名家の出どころか、僕は父なしの母なしです。どうか親しみを込めて、いっくんと呼んでください。
はい、手を。耳たぶつまんじゃダメ、髪すいちゃダメです。
女あさりは別の機関にしなさい、イクタ。イクタの悪癖よ。放っておくと同じノリでおっぱい揉まれてベッドインよ。
The story begins by introducing us to a vast world engulfed in war. The Katvarna Empire, led by Emperor Molt-Sol Augustus, is engaged in a relentless conflict against the Kioka Republic. Amidst this backdrop, we are introduced to the lazy yet brilliant strategist Ikuta Solork. Ikuta, accompanied by his childhood friend Yadarishino Igsem and a few other friends, is on a leisurely boat ride through enemy territory. Unbeknownst to them, danger lurks around the corner. Their peaceful journey takes a drastic turn when they are attacked by Kioka Republic forces. Ikuta's quick thinking and strategic prowess come to the forefront as he takes charge of the situation. Despite his laid-back demeanor, Ikuta demonstrates his exceptional combat skills, dispatching enemies with ease. Meanwhile, Yadarishino, a skilled swordswoman, showcases her formidable abilities protecting their comrades. Their boat eventually reaches the safety of the Imperial Army's frontline fortress. There, they are greeted by their commanding officer, Major Tanya Jarut, who recognizes Ikuta's talent and his unorthodox methods. She assigns him to a special unit known as the Katvarna Empire's Independent Unit 32nd Platoon. Ikuta, Yadarishino, and their comrades settle into their new roles within the platoon. However, tensions arrive when they learn that their first mission is to escort the noble Princess Chamil Kitora Kachvanmananik. Chamil is a sheltered and inexperienced young girl who is to be married off as a political pawn. If you're enjoying the video so far, give it a thumbs up for more recap in the future. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, back to the video. During the journey, Ikuta's cynicism clashes with Chamil's naivete, leading to conflicts and disagreements. Nevertheless, Ikuta's intellect and strategic insight prove invaluable as he guides the platoon through treacherous terrain and battles against the Kioka Republic forces. Despite the challenges, Ikuta manages to outmaneuver the enemy and lead the platoon to victory. Along the way, he also begins to understand Chamil's perspective and the weight of her responsibilities. However, the aftermath of the battle in which Ikuta and the 32nd Platoon successfully repelled the Kioka Republic forces, their victory earns them recognition and respect among the Imperial Army. However, the platoon's celebration is short-lived as they are immediately assigned a new mission. Their objective is to capture a strategic fortress held by the Kioka Republic. The fortress is heavily fortified and surrounded by treacherous mountain terrain, making it a formidable challenge. Ikuta, always the strategist, formulates a plan to infiltrate the fortress using a hidden passageway. The platoon, including Ikuta, Yadarishino, and their fellow soldiers, embark on their mission. Along the way, they encounter numerous obstacles, including enemy ambushes and perilous mountain paths. Ikuta's wit and strategic thinking come into play as he devises clever tactics to overcome each hurdle. During their journey, the platoon faces a moral dilemma when they stumble upon a group of Kioka Republic soldiers trapped beneath the rubble. While some members of the platoon advocate for leaving them behind, Ikuta insists on helping the enemy soldiers, emphasizing the importance of upholding humanity even during wartime. Their act of compassion pays off when one of the captured soldiers, a young girl named Matthew, shares valuable information about the fortress and its defenses. Ikuta's ability to empathize with the enemy proves crucial in gaining an advantage over their adversaries. As they reach the fortress, the platoon faces fierce resistance. With Ikuta's guidance, they employ strategic maneuvers to outwit and overpower the Kioka Republic forces. In a climactic battle, the platoon emerges victorious, capturing the fortress and dealing a significant blow to the enemy. Through their successful mission, Ikuta and the platoon not only display their military prowess, but also their unwavering loyalty and dedication to each other. The bonds of camaraderie strengthen as they rely on one another in the face of adversity. As time goes on, their next mission takes them to a small village on the border where they are tasked with gathering intelligence and defending the area. Upon arrival, the platoon quickly realizes that the village is in dire need of assistance. The villagers are impoverished and suffering from the harsh realities of war. Ikuta, ever the pragmatist, understands the importance of winning the hearts and minds of the locals to secure their cooperation. Ikuta and the platoon work tirelessly to improve the villagers' living conditions. They provide medical aid, distribute food and supplies, and establish a sense of security within the community. Their selfless acts garner the trust and admiration of the villagers, who start to see them as allies rather than conquerors. Meanwhile, tensions arise within the platoon as fellow soldier Hiroma Beckel displays disdain towards Ikuta's unorthodox methods and his perceived lack of loyalty to the Empire. This conflict escalates into a confrontation during a training exercise where Ikuta, displaying his tactical brilliance once again, outmaneuvers Hiroma and proves his worth as a leader. As the platoon continues their mission, they receive word of an impending Kioka Republic attack. Ikuta formulates a plan to defend the village, utilizing the knowledge he gained from the villagers and the surrounding terrain. He strategically positions his troops, creating a trap for the enemy forces. The Kioka Republic's attack comes as expected, but the platoon's well-executed plan turns the tides of battle. Ikuta's strategic genius and the platoon's coordinated efforts result in a decisive victory, repelling the enemy forces and saving the village. However, the platoon's success was celebrated by the grateful villagers. Ikuta's unorthodox methods and his commitment to the welfare of the people earned him the respect of his comrades and the admiration of those he seeks to protect. Following their victory, the 32nd Platoon is hailed as heroes and the reputation within the Empire grows. However, the toll of war becomes evident as the platoon mourns the loss of comrades who sacrificed their lives in the battle. The weight of these losses weighs heavily on Ikuta and his comrades, reminding them of the grim realities they face. Meanwhile, a new mission awaits the platoon. They are ordered to infiltrate enemy territory to gather vital intelligence. As they navigate the treacherous forest, tensions rise within the group. The strain of continuous warfare takes its toll, and personal conflicts start to surface. During these internal struggles, the platoon encounters unexpected trouble. They stumble upon a hidden Kioka Republic stronghold, leading to a tense confrontation. Ikuta's strategic brilliance shines once again as he skillfully leads the platoon in a calculated retreat, avoiding unnecessary casualties. As the platoon regroups, they find themselves in a dire situation. Surrounded and outnumbered, they must rely on their wits and teamwork to survive. Ikuta's resourcefulness and quick thinking becomes their lifeline as he formulates a plan to deceive the enemy and turn the tables in their favor. The platoon executes their plan flawlessly, outmaneuvering the Kioka Republic forces and securing a crucial victory. The story highlights the importance of adaptability and ingenuity in the face of adversity, showcasing the resilience and skill of Ikuta and his comrades. On a personal level, the events of the mission force the platoon members to confront their fears, weaknesses, and motivations. Characters like Yadori Shino, Matthew, and Torway experience significant growth as they face their inner demons and find strength in the bonds they share with their fellow soldiers. After a while, the 32nd Platoon was summoned to the capital, Piena, to attend a grand ceremony in their honor. They are celebrated as heroes and awarded prestigious medals for their achievements on the battlefield. However, the platoon's moment of recognition is short-lived as they become entangled in the political machinations of the Empire. Upon arriving in Piena, the platoon members find themselves embroiled in a web of political maneuvering. They are assigned to serve as escorts and bodyguards to Princess Chamil during her visit to a neighboring country, the Republic of Kioka. As tensions rise between the Empire and the Republic, the platoon becomes caught in the middle of a delicate diplomatic mission. Ikuta, ever the pragmatist, understands the political ramifications and carefully navigates the treacherous political landscape. During their journey, the platoon encounters resistance from both internal and external sources. They face attempts at sabotage and assassination, further highlighting the complexity of their mission. Amidst these challenges, Ikuta's strategic acumen and ability to think on his feet prove indispensable once again. However, personal conflicts within the platoon threaten to disrupt their cohesion. Hiroma, still harboring resentment towards Ikuta, finds himself at odds with the rest of the group. The tension between them escalates, ultimately leading to a dramatic confrontation that puts the entire mission at risk. The true nature of the mission is revealed. The platoon is tasked with investigating the possibility of a peace treaty with the Kioka Republic. This revelation brings about a deeper understanding of the consequences of war and the complexity of the conflict. In a tense climax, the platoon must confront a plot to sabotage the peace talks. Ikuta's tactical brilliance once again comes to the forefront as he orchestrates a daring plan to expose the conspirators and protect Princess Jamil. After a while, the 32nd Platoon return to the imperial capital, Vienna, after their diplomatic mission. Despite the success of their endeavors, the platoon members find themselves facing scrutiny and doubt from high-ranking officials. They are questioned about their loyalty and competence as rumors and political agendas cast shadows on their achievements. Ikuta, Yadarishino, and the rest of the platoon are tested not only by external pressures, but also by their internal conflicts. Personal insecurities and doubts begin to surface, threatening to fracture the bonds they have forged. The story delves into the inner struggles of the characters as they grapple with their place in the war and the sacrifices they have made. Amidst this turmoil, Ikuta receives an unexpected visit from his estranged father, General Zephyr Solork. Their reunion is fraught with tension and unresolved emotions, shedding light on Ikuta's complicated relationship with his family and his own identity. As the platoon regroups and prepares for their next mission, they are assigned to escort a group of noblewomen to a hot spring resort for a diplomatic event. Initially seen as a trivial and mundane task, the mission turns out to be more challenging than anticipated. The platoon faces internal conflicts as they clash with the noblewomen who hold deep prejudices against common soldiers. Their interaction leads to confrontations and strained relationships, testing the platoon's resolve and unity. However, the situation takes a dramatic turn when a group of insurgents launches an attack on the resort, seeking to undermine the Empire's authority. The platoon must set aside their differences and work together to protect the innocent civilians and quell the uprising. During the chaos, Ikuta's strategic brilliance once again shines as he navigates the complex situation and devises a plan to outsmart the insurgents. The platoon members demonstrate their strengths and growth as they fight alongside each other, overcoming their differences and working towards a common goal. As the mission continues, the platoon was assigned to a new mission in the northern region of the Empire, a desolate and treacherous area known as the Northern Sea of Trees. Their objective is to investigate the sudden disappearance of a group of Imperial soldiers stationed in the region. As the platoon ventures into the dense forest, they encounter numerous challenges, including harsh weather conditions and the lurking threat of enemy forces. The Northern Sea of Trees proves to be a formidable environment, testing their survival skills and resilience. Amidst the perils of the forest, the platoon stumbles upon a remote village populated by a native tribe known as the Sazanami. The Sazanami people have their own unique culture and traditions, which clash with the Empire's values and ideologies. This encounter introduces a new dynamic to the story as the platoon must navigate the cultural divide while fulfilling its mission. The platoon establishes a temporary base in the village and begins their investigation into the missing soldiers. However, they soon realize that the situation is more complex than they initially thought. Clues and testimonies lead them to believe there may be a traitor within their ranks. Tensions rise up as suspicion falls on different platoon members, straining their relationships and trust. The story delves into the psychological toll of distrust and the weight of responsibility carried by each member, forcing them to confront their doubts and vulnerabilities. As the investigation continues, Ikuta's strategic brilliance becomes instrumental in uncovering the truth. Through careful analysis and deductive reasoning, he unravels the web of deception and reveals the identity of the traitor. The platoon faces a difficult decision, one that forces them to make a morally ambiguous choice to fulfill their mission. After a while, they are seen returning to the imperial capital, Vienna, after their arduous mission. The platoon members find themselves grappling with the weight of their choices and the toll it has taken on their spirits. The moral complexities of their recent mission weigh heavily on their minds, leading to introspection and internal conflicts. Amidst their struggles, the platoon receives new orders to head to the remote and snowy region of Kioka. Their objective is to gather intelligence and assess the military situation there. This mission presents a new set of challenges as they must face the harsh winter conditions and navigate the intricate political landscape of Kioka. Upon arrival in Kioka, the platoon encounters a tense and volatile environment. The Kioka Republic, known for its animosity towards the Empire, presents a hostile atmosphere. The platoon members must be cautious as they navigate through the region, keeping their true identities concealed. As they gather information and interact with the locals, the platoon gains insight into the plight of the Kioka civilians. The effects of war are starkly evident, and the platoon witnesses the suffering and desperation of the people caught in the crossfire. Amidst their reconnaissance efforts, the platoon uncovers a conspiracy within the Kioka military. They learn of a secret plan to launch a large-scale attack on the Empire. Realizing the gravity of the situation, the platoon must race against time to relay this vital information back to the Imperial capital. They encounter enemy soldiers, face life-threatening situations, and utilize their ingenuity and resourcefulness to survive. Throughout their escape, the platoon members confront their fears and confrontations. The emotional turmoil and bonds of friendship are tested as they rely on each other for support and protection. However, the platoon successfully makes it back to the Empire with the crucial information, despite the sacrifices made along the way. The consequences of their actions and the weight of their choices are felt deeply, leaving a lasting impact on their psyche. However, the 32nd Platoon went back to the Imperial capital, Vienna, after their daring escape from Kioka. The platoon members find themselves hailed as heroes once again, their actions recognized by high-ranking officials. However, the celebration is short-lived as they face the harsh reality of the political landscape. Ikuta and his comrades soon discover that they have become pawns in a political game. They are ordered to attend a formal ball hosted by the Empire's aristocracy, where they are expected to serve as entertainment and showpieces for the nobles. This creates a sense of frustration and disillusionment among the platoon members as they realize they are being used for political gain. As the platoon prepares for the ball, tensions arise within their ranks. Yadori finds herself caught in a web of conflicting loyalties, torn between her duty to the Empire and her personal beliefs. Her struggles become more pronounced as her relationship with Ikuta becomes strained. The ball itself serves as a stage for political intrigue and power plays. Ikuta, known for his sharp wit and strategic thinking, finds himself at the center of a clandestine meeting. He becomes entangled in a dangerous game of espionage where the fate of the Empire hangs in the balance. However, secrets are unveiled, allegiances are formed, and betrayals come to light. The platoon members must navigate through a complex web of deception and political maneuvering. They face personal dilemmas and difficult choices that challenge their principles and test their loyalty. As time goes on, Ikuta's strategic brilliance once again shines as he unveils a plot to undermine the Empire. Through careful planning and quick thinking, he exposes the conspirators and protects the interests of the Empire. However, the consequences of their actions are far-reaching, as the platoon members are left to grapple with the weight of their choices and the toll it takes on their spirits. After a while, the 32nd Platoon returns to their military duties after the events at the ball. The platoon members find themselves facing new challenges and assignments as they continue their service to the Empire. Ikuta, Yadori Shino, and the rest of the platoon are given a new mission to infiltrate a heavily fortified fortress called Ifaru. Their objective is to gather intelligence and assess the enemy's military capabilities. It is a dangerous and high-stakes mission that will test their skills and teamwork. As they embark on their mission, the platoon faces numerous obstacles and encounters fierce resistance from the enemy forces. The story showcases the platoon's tactical prowess and ability to adapt to difficult situations. Their camaraderie and trust in each other become crucial factors in their success. During their time in the fortress, the platoon members face personal challenges and confront their own fears and insecurities. Each character undergoes growth and development as they confront their limitations and push themselves to excel. Ikuta, in particular, showcases his strategic brilliance as he formulates plans to outsmart the enemy and overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. His leadership skills and ability to think outside the box become instrumental in the platoon's success. Amidst the intense battles and dangerous situations, the platoon members are not immune to the horrors of combat and the loss of comrades. They are forced to make difficult decisions and witness the harsh realities of war, leading to introspection and moments of vulnerability. As time goes on, the platoon's resilience and determination shine through. They navigate through the fortress, gathering valuable information and pushing the enemy forces back. The intense action sequence and strategic planning keep viewers on the edge of their seats. The 32nd Platoon returns to the Imperial capital Piena after their successful infiltration of Ifaru. The platoon members are greeted as heroes once again, celebrated for their bravery and strategic prowess. However, the celebration is short-lived as they face new challenges and dilemmas. Amidst their return, the platoon receives news of a new threat looming on the horizon. The massive Katvarna army, a formidable enemy force, is advancing towards the Empire's borders. The platoon is called upon to play a crucial role in the defense of the Empire, tasked with devising a strategy to halt the enemy's advance. The platoon members find themselves grappling with the weight of their responsibilities and the pressure to protect their homeland. The story delves into the emotional turmoil and the personal struggles of the characters as they confront their fears and doubts. Each member is tested in different ways, and their individual journeys unfold against the backdrop of impending war. Ikuta, known for his strategic brilliance, takes on the challenge of formulating a plan to counter the Katvarna army's advance. He must navigate through the intricacies of politics and military hierarchy, as well as face opposition from those who doubt his capabilities. Ikuta's determination and unwavering belief in his comrades become crucial in rallying the platoon and inspiring them to overcome their own limitations. As the platoon prepares for the impending battle, they undergo rigorous training and make difficult choices. The story showcases the camaraderie and bonds forged between the platoon members as they support and rely on each other during this critical time. The tension builds as the platoon confronts the Katvarna army on the battlefield. The intense action sequence and strategic planning keep viewers on the edge of their seats. The story showcases the platoon's tactical brilliance and their ability to adapt to ever-changing circumstances. Amidst the chaos of battle, the platoon members face the harsh realities of war. They witness the destruction and loss of life, and the emotional toll it takes on them becomes evident. However, the 32nd Platoon are seen facing the full force of the Katvarna army in a desperate battle to defend the Empire. The intensity and scale of the conflict are vividly portrayed, with the platoon members pushed to their limits as they face overwhelming odds. Ikuta's strategic brilliance comes to the forefront as he devises a daring plan to turn the tide of battle. He showcases his ability to analyze the enemy's weakness and exploit them to their advantage. The platoon members, fueled by their unwavering determination and trust in each other, fight fiercely to execute the plan. The story balances intense action sequences with emotional depth, delving into the personal journeys of the platoon members. Each character confronts their fears and doubts, and their growth and development become evident. Moments of vulnerability and introspection highlight the toll of war on their psyches. As the battle unfolds, the platoon faces heartbreaking losses and sacrifices. The harsh realities of war are depicted in stark contrast, emphasizing the devastating consequences of conflict. The story explores the human cost of war and the weight carried by those who fight on the front lines. Amidst the chaos of the battlefield, unexpected alliances and acts of heroism emerge. The story showcases the complexities of human nature, with characters making choices that challenge their loyalties and moral compasses. In a climactic conclusion, the platoon's efforts pay off as they achieve a decisive victory over the Katvarna army. Their strategic brilliance and unwavering determination prove instrumental in turning the tide. The story leaves viewers with a sense of triumph and relief as the Empire's forces emerge victorious. However, the aftermath of the battle brings its own set of challenges. The platoon members must come to terms with the losses they have endured and the consequences of their actions. We explore the emotional aftermath of war, highlighting the resilience and strength of the platoon members as they face the future. However, the Katvarna Empire faces a major crisis as their enemy, the Kioka Republic, launches a large-scale offense. Ikuta Solork, Yadari Shino Igsem, and their comrades find themselves in the midst of a critical battle that will determine the fate of the Empire. The event portrays intense combat scenes as the Empire's forces fight against the enemy's overwhelming numbers and advanced technology. Ikuta's strategic brilliance and his comrades' unwavering determination come into play as they utilize their unique skills to turn the tide of the battle. Amidst the chaos of war, Ikuta and Yadari's relationship deepens as they rely on each other for support and make sacrifices for the greater good. The story also explores the personal growth and development of other characters, showcasing their resolve and determination in the face of adversity. As the battle reaches its climax, the story highlights the devastating consequences of war and the sacrifices made by both sides. It also delves into the moral complexities and the cost of victory. In the end, the Katvarna Empire manages to secure a hard-fought victory against the Kioka Republic, but not without significant losses. The story concludes with the aftermath of the battle as the surviving characters reflect on the price paid and the challenges that lie ahead for the Empire. Thanks for watching until the end. Check out these videos above, and see you in the next video.